guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm going to be doing a tarot reading for the new moon in Libra. So freaking excited. It is also my season. Any Libras out there? Shout out to you. It's going to be a great new transitional point in halfway of our year. I have some notes to start off with and kind of explain the new moon in Libra and what to expect and what you might be experiencing. So let's get started with. So this is the new moon in Libra. This is the half point in the astrological year. So definitely a new energy coming in. 6 planets are going to be in retrograde at this time: Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. Wait, I think it's Uranus. Okay, Neptune and Pluto. New moon is planting seeds and all about setting intentions. Instead of the full moon kind of like reflecting and everything, this is going to be setting the intentions and planting new seeds. Libra is all about harmony and balance, and it is a time to look at all your relationships and decide if they are serving you or if it needs adjustment. So this is all about the justice, the feeling of the equilibrium, right? It's all about the scale. So it's like balancing out your relationships between your own to other people. It's important to cultivate balance within your own energy. Very important. The Virgo energy was before, right? So that's like understanding your self-value and your self-worth. And the Libra is like using that energy and expanding it into your relationships and co-partnerships or anything that could be with other people in your life, because you kind of have this like new reflection upon you in the Virgo season. So it's like really like putting action into it and seeing how it could affect you in different ways. Also, you might see some incense going. It's my Libra incense, by the way, so definitely on brand. Ask yourself what's fair within relationships, and it's time to set boundaries. So very important. And yeah, it's just a reminder that relationships are mirrors of yourself. And if you see some strengths and weaknesses within your relationships or within yourself, it's really important to like recognize that and, you know, cultivate that energy and like really put it into use and like really get retrospection about yourself, about what you need better in life and like what you deserve and like how you can use your strengths to like gain more in your life and like work on your weaknesses. This may increase a lot of intense emotions right now. Kind of the dark side of the moon energy. So basically it's gonna get really intense for a second, but it's very important to balance out that energy. And being in the dark side of the moon is really hard, but it's the most important to bring the light out and to really understand yourself and like give yourself some space of gentleness and love and just really be there for yourself, and you can be there for others in like a different way that you never have before, or it's just going to be way stronger. That is the notes and the intentions we are going to be setting for this new moon. I'm going to shuffle the cards. I have my oracle deck, the Empath's Empowerment deck. Got this at Michael's, surprisingly, so very exciting. And my good old modern witch. Right now I'm shuffling the cards and I'm just asking my spiritual guides to relay some messages of what you might be experiencing or what to expect in the new moon, what might be coming towards you during this time. So I just wanted you all to see the shuffle to know that, you know, I am really setting the intentions for you guys. So one more shuffle. What is my collective going to be expecting? What can you share a message with? Oh, okay, 5 of Pentacles, the Star. Wow. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Okay. Oh, it's King of Swords. What else, Spirit? Ace of Cups. Wow. Queen of Wands. Okay. Got some Queen and King energy up in here. The Magician energy? What I'm saying, setting your intentions, using your tools during this time. Whoa, that one flipped out. I'll see that. Ace of Swords. Whoa. Guys. This is insane. Okay, what's the last card for this reading? Judgment. Yeah. And the 5 of Cups reversed. Yeah. And then, okay, what's this one? Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay, let me just take a little look at the cards. So we're going to start out with the 5 of Pentacles energy. This is kind of feeling like you're left out in the cold, feeling like resistant to help, kind of wallowing in the feeling of leaving situations that really hurt you, or just feeling scared, just not feeling secure, just feeling like you don't know if you made the right decision, you don't know if this is the right way to go, but you're just doing it because something within you is telling you to do it. You're on the right track, and you need to remind yourself that you have others for warmth and people there for you. You know, it's easy to be caught up in feeling like really independent and wanting to deal with all of your emotions by yourself, but you need to realize that people might be going through the same thing, right? Like, I have friends where, you know, we speak up about what's going on in our lives, and guess what? We're on the same page. We all feel the same way, and then we relate, and then we feel so grateful that we have each other to relate with, you know? So it's like, don't be afraid to ask for help, because at this time you may feel really cold and really scared, and so may others, because you're actually following your own path. You're not actually, you know, following anybody else's or feeling like you are doing the same thing over and over again. In doing that, you're going to be coming in touch with your star energy, you know, like the balance of the water and the earth, feeling grounded, but also like within your emotions, and like you're feeling harmonious in your decisions, and you feel like you want to cultivate that light and help others, and have that energy just really like come out of you. And it's going to be super special to come into that energy too. Like, it's going to feel very, very new. The despair has turned into hope. Your wounds are healing, your scars are fading. So bask in this time of peace and serenity. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. Let yourself be free and accept these calm moments. The earth and everyone around you will rejuvenate you, comfort you, and fill you with joy. You are a shining beacon of possibility. So dream big and wish on that shooting star, which is very, very important, is to keep an open mind and not stay cynical or stay negative, because there's going to be a blessing from the universe when it comes to your creative side or your passions, because you are putting your energy more towards a positive way. You are also setting intentions for your creative sides and your career. I'm thinking of this more as career and your passions, and this may be within relationships as well, but I'm really feeling like a blessing within the universe coming towards you. That's just going to give you ideas and cultivate new energy, and you'd want to go out there and meet new people, which is super, super exciting. And the King of Swords is like a masculine energy of the intellectual center, which is all about communication. It's about somebody who's not afraid to set their boundaries during this time. And like we talked about with the intentions and setting boundaries, it's super important during this time. Like, you left and you were out in the cold because you felt like you had to get rid of something. You had to get rid of relationships that made you feel half full, or, you know, you started focusing on what's important to you, your star energy, what you want to show to the world, what you want to help with the world, right? And this intellectual center is going to help you relay that, like, verbally, like to verbally know what the fuck you're talking about, and verbally knowing like what you want from this world, and not being afraid to step your foot down and put that sword down and be like, this is my boundary. If you like it or not, I'm so sorry, but that's not my problem. And yeah, it might come off as selfish, but it's more knowing yourself, right? You don't want other people to make decisions for you. It's also going to open a new blessing from the universe when it comes to an emotional center, which is the cup energy, an overflow of love within yourself, or a new like love is coming your way. This may mean with a relationship, but I really truly feel like this is like a newfound like cup of love for you that you are going to take for yourself, to fill your own cup, because you deserve that right now. You deserve to be living your truth within the King of Swords, and also living your star energy with this creative passion. Like, you deserve that right now. And the feminine energy of wands, the Queen of Wands, you're gonna be using that freaking wand and fucking going for it. You're going to be on your throne, literally. Just, you know what to do now. Now that you've verbally set your boundaries, you know intellectually what you want to do with your reality. Now you're setting yourself up mentally to do the action for it. And you're going to be on this grind where you know how to put it into reality. You know how to connect with people. You know how to make something work. You know how to make things happen. Then the Magician. This is literally using all of your tools with the pentacles, the sword, the wands, and the cup. You're going to be using all of that and really just raising that and being like, I want to do this. And this is like a manifestation card. Setting your new intentions with this season. I really feel like Libra season is opening up these hard emotions, the Five of Pentacles, to feel like you're completely alone, to finding that star quality about yourself that makes you so special and unique, and opening up this new like confidence within you. Like, I love how this is like the masculine energy within your intellectual center, and then the feminine energy with the passion and really going for it. Having this newfound love for yourself where you're like, I can give this cup to myself. I don't need anybody else to give me that cup to make my dreams happen. Dream big during this time. Really set your intentions. The other day, me and my friends did the bay leaf method, which is basically you set an intention, basically your desires, and you write on this with a Sharpie, and you burn it, and you just think about it, and wish for it, and I believe it'll come true because you're really setting that intention and putting it on a bay leaf. And I don't know, it's just like using a natural thing from the world and just letting it fizzle out into the world. So that's a good way to, use that manifestation. You're going to be using your intellectual wits at this time. The universe is going to see how you're balancing everything out and you're actually paying attention to you and your own world and really cultivating it. It's like, I was thinking about it last night with my friends, like, you know how NASA has to really do a lot of work to make sure that the rocket is like prestige and safe to go up into wherever it's going, like going to the moon or going anywhere. Like, you're working on that right now. You're working on your mental, which is the gears and everything. You're working on your emotional, which is everything like you feel when you're riding that rocket. Like, I'm telling you, like, right now is really the transitional stage where you are not going to be afraid to use your voice and set your boundaries right now, because it's really important who you surround yourself with at that time when you're healing too. Make sure not to relay too much information about what's going on in your journey, only with like people you really trust and love and you don't feel any doubt with. But yeah, it's judgment time. And that's what I feel about like Libra energy. Libra energy to me is like justice. Like, I feel like not like karma, but kind of like karma, where it's like you get what you deserve, and the seeds that you plant are only going to cultivate if you make sure that you tend to them well, And I feel like with the judgment, it's like the angels calling upon any like energy that's been stored that you've kind of forgotten about, or anything that's going to come to surface. It really is all these dark emotions and things that haven't been dealt with, or things that people have wronged you or anything. Like, it is the time for judgment right now. I'm going to read a little bit about judgment just so you can get more of an idea about it. So at points in our lives, we can feel like there's something pulling us to change. Judgment calls down to us in the form of a benevolent angel and presents us with a crossroads on our banner. As humans, we aren't alone in the world, but surrounded by others struggling, each in their own way. Through compassion, love, and a desire to be better people, we reach up towards this lofty goal of self-actualization to enrich the world and others around us. Only through responding to the call, we can only become truly alive. It's not about judging others, but judging yourself. There are times to be kind to yourself, and then there are times for some tough love. Now is one of those times. There's an important change needed for you to reach new heights, but you're prepared. Your past self is behind you, and the future calls. Examine yourself and your choices honestly. Is this the best you? Instead of being sad about the cups that fell down, look behind you. You got cups that are ready to fill with your own love and your own retrospection, and you deserve so much, because look, star energy, man. Star energy. It's time to share your light with the world, and it's just so exciting that you guys got that. And the Queen of Pentacles is all about stability within your life, whether it comes to career or financial situations. And I think financial situations reflect on your reality when you have this going on right. When this is right, it like the stability catches up with you and the reality starts setting in once you have cultivated what's right up here, because this is what matters upon your reality. And if you want to focus on not having enough and not being grateful for what you have, that's only going to reflect in your reality. So please choose your thoughts wisely and really get into that dark side of the moon energy, and be confident with the fact that you're not always going to be okay, but you are like grateful about your life, about certain situations. Like, the world is gonna bless you, and to remember that you're not alone and you have other people around you who are going through the same thing. So now we're gonna go into the oracle. So funny, I can't believe I just noticed this. I'm wearing the new moon shirt from Twilight. Isn't that crazy? I really didn't plan that. I really didn't, but I was like looking at them in the screen and I was like, hold up, isn't this the new moon one? So yeah, baby. Yeah. So this is the empath deck. Alright, so this is for my collective spirit. What do they need to know from this deck? What can help them through this deck? Please relay the most needed messages right now. Thank you. Let's get into it. This is for my collective spirit. This is for my collective. What do they need to hear right now? Release fear. Release the fear. Stop inventing scary stories about the future. Stay in the now and affirm your strengths. What do we talk about? Your strengths and weaknesses. weaknesses. Like, focus on your strengths and then also focus on the weaknesses too. Work on that. Visualize a shield of protection. At this time, since you're working on yourself and you're not paying attention too much to like everything else, maybe like you used to, it's time to protect yourself. To protect yourself from toxic people or situations, imagine a shield of white light surrounding your body. This keeps negativity out and lets positivity energy in. Energize yourself with the weather. Enjoy the warm sunshine, the wind and the trees, the cleansing rain, or the clarity after a snowstorm. This will increase your aliveness. Then experience, by the way, this is how it looks like, real cute. Experience the passion of fire. Reignite your life force by gazing into a cozy fire, recharging in the sunlight, or lighting a candle. Allow fire to spark your vision and vitality. Candle magic during this time is probably really cool. If you do candle magic, I would really recommend doing that for the new moon. This is look at the stars for your bottom deck energy. Look up and remember that you are a tiny speck in a large, mysterious universe. Let the magic of the stars connect you to your own special magic. So yeah, guys, that was the reading for you guys. Honestly, that was a really positive reading, and I'm super excited for everybody in this transitional time. I feel like with the holidays coming around too, it's going to be a time of like reuniting with people and reuniting with yourself and really reuniting with the gratitude for life and others around you and just like everything you have, and really focus on that abundance to increase abundance in your life that you want, and really set your dreams big, you know, wish upon a star. I really believe in that, and I'm just super excited for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have an amazing new moon and Libra season. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.